Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I am Ryan Yanishadis, and it's time to focus. And I am joined by none other than on loan from the Raise the Bar TV, Brandon James. Brandon, thank you very much for joining me.
It's always a pleasure.
Is it really a pleasure today after what we just watched? We're going to focus on the Chicago Bears and about, if you don't count the final 2 seconds of this game, the fourth quarter was exactly what you wanted. It was an ugly game from the beginning. From the first 3 quarters, it was an ugly game for the Bears.
Yeah, an ugly game in general. Caleb wasn't hitting his strides and his reads, but the fourth quarter they came alive, and
they had a lead. I had to trash talk. There was this little kid, the final play of the game. 2 things happened. First, I was making fun of this little kid because I'm like, oh, poor little guy. He's gonna go trick or treating. He skipped trick or treating to get his heart broken, and then I say watch, because they showed Caleb Williams, because he's from there, did some grand Hail Mary pass, and I'm like, watch, it's going to happen to the Bears. Lo and behold, Brandon, and we just said that was an absolute shock. Bears lose to the Commanders 18-15 in an absolute heartbreaker. Probably, is that the most heartbreaking game since the Randall Cobb game?
Yeah, since the Randall Cobb, Chris Conte game.
That one had more implications, though. We're only, week 8?
Week 8. I mean, they're 4-3, but I mean, ugly game though. But let's go back to the drive before where they fumbled. You scored a touchdown. You're not in this position.
Who came up with that? Who came up with and then Tevin Jenkins looked like a goddamn pretzel after. What the hell was he doing?
He got folded up. They got folded down.
He looked like a freaking. It is Sunday, so what are they doing? The damn laundry? I have no clue what's going on with this Bears team. First off, on that call, you can't blame them for what happened. But is this just a sign that the Bears? Brandon, you just hit the table before we hit record. I want you to voice your up. What is wrong with this Bears team that we can't be happy?
I mean, we were happy for the last final seconds, but I don't know. I mean, if Caleb wants to make this stride, and if he wants to make this stride, I think he holds on to the ball too long. You're saying there's no wide receiver. Somebody's got to be open, and I don't really know. We'll get to that in the next on Friday's show about what, but I don't know where you want to. I don't know where you go after this. I mean, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but I don't know.
So I mean, it wasn't the great. I mean, they had. I mean, what the hell? The man could barely. You could tell by his the series before, he looked hurt. Jane Daniels getting a chance to play, and then you're like, okay, now's your chance. There's no way they're going to come back from this. And what did they do? They did exactly that. But I mean, you can't blame the Bears for that. But the one thing you can blame is it goes off the one guy's hand.
Tyreek Stevenson.
Yeah, and instead of you're learning. I mean, freaking we know that. And
yeah.
Why isn't he swatting it down? You swat it forward, there's no chance of him scoring. You swat it backward, there's one guy. And then Tony Romo sucking that guy's ass, telling him, oh, he's doing a great job. He did that. Well, congratulations. And you know what? We're going to see that play now all day today. We're going to see that play for the next, and Jim Nantz even said it. We're going to see that play forever, and we're going to have to remember that play. Hopefully it ends up with this Bears team not being the beginning of the end, because that's one of the games they needed to win. So now I got them at 9-8. Is that good enough to get in the playoffs?
I mean, they were going in. I know it's week 8, but they're going into this game. They were the last team in that wild card spot. So this brings it back into this stretch. And now this is you have to beat the Cardinals and beat the Patriots to be 6-3 before you start the big test in the game. But I mean, minus that third quarter, I thought I was very happy with how he handled the fourth quarter. Caleb Williams.
Jane Daniels at 326 yards.
He's a beast. He's on another level. That guy's on another level. Can we go back to it? Did we draft the wrong quarterback?
I don't think so. I mean, you can't. It just takes some time, and I know we say that, but we'll see what happens. But I don't think. I wouldn't say you can't say draft the wrong quarterback, because you still don't know. I mean, that's just Bears fans being. talking shit, and you're going to hear Packer fans say shit, and it's going to be a long week for Chicago. So, and you know what? Later this week, I am doing the scariest Chicago sports moments.
And I might just add just one to it.
And that might be the 6th because it was pre-recorded for Halloween. But what the hell? What the hell, Chicago? Why do you need to do this? Why do you got to give this state more? Because again, we're in Wisconsin. Why do you got to give this state more material? I'm done. I quit. Friday, Brandon will be back. We'll be previewing a game that the Bears have to win. They lose one of these next 2 games, the season's done. And we really have nothing to talk about until baseball season, and that's not even fun. So, folks, I'm glad I started a Hello Chicago Network with a bunch of shitty Chicago teams because it's going off great. Brandon will be back Friday. Tomorrow is another great one, Northwestern, who scored about 13 points and got their asses handed to them. So that should be fun as well. So, everyone, that'll be it. Tomorrow, Northwestern, we focus. Friday, we preview the Bears. For
Brandon James,
I'm Ryan Yanishatis from the Hello Chicago Network, and we are the focus of Chicago sports.